So we're going to do a pre-reading activity now, and we are going to talk about the American Civil War. And tell me, do you remember about the American Civil War?
Of
Yes.
course.
Okay, what do you remember about the American Civil War? What was it?
It was a conflict between the South and the North of the United States.
And what was the conflict about?
Slavery.
Slavery. How was that? Do you remember?
Yes, the North
Okay.
didn't depend on slaves, so they wanted them to be free.
Okay.
But the South did depend on slaves.
And so they didn't want them to be free, right? They
Right.
wanted to keep them as slaves. Why did they depend on slaves, Michelle? Do you remember?
Because of the plantations of cotton and tobacco.
Tobacco, yes, very good. Do you remember when the conflict took place?
The
When?
19th century.
Late or early?
Late.
Late 18th century. Good. And which side won? The North or the South?
The North.
North.
The North. And what did that mean for slaves?
Freedom.
Yeah, right, great. Do you remember who the President of the United States was?
Abraham Lincoln.
Lincoln.
Yes, he was the president during the American Civil War. What happened to him after the war?
He was
Was
murdered.
murdered.
Ah, yeah, that's a shame. Terrible
Awful.
shame, right?
Mhm.
Okay, well, thank you. Now, Michelle, could you please begin reading the Red Badge of Courage?
Of
The
course.
first chapter, please, on your book. Yeah, and yes, please begin.
Unwillingly, winter left the earth. The fog rolled away, and all the army was in skirts on the hills, resting.
All right, keep going.
As the spring sun changed the grass from brown to green, the army woke from its winter sleep.
Okay, please speak louder, please.
Okay.
Okay.
It began to tremble with eagerness as stories flew around. The soldiers watched the roads. All through the winter, these roads had been like muddy streams.
Streams.
Now they were dry enough to use again.
Keep going.
A river ran along at the foot of the camp,
Okay.
and at the night the men could see across the river at the red eyes of the enemy. Campfires amongst the distant hills.
Okay. Keep going.
Once a certain tall soldier went to wash his shirt. He came running back, waving his shirt like
Shirt.
a flag.
Yeah, that's exciting.
He had heard some
Like this, right?
Yes.
Okay, keep going.
some news from a friend who heard it from someone else who knew an officer's servant who
We're going to move tomorrow, he told his companions. We're going to go up the river, cross it, and come up behind the enemy. He described it all. When he had finished, the men in their blue uniforms scattered into smaller green groups behind the low brown huts. It's a lie, said one soldier loudly. His smooth face was red with anger. I don't believe this stupid old army will ever move. We've got already to move 8 times in the last 2 weeks, and we still haven't moved.
Keep going.
The tall soldier felt that he must defend his story. He and the loud one nearly had a fight about it. Another soldier began to curse. I've just put a wood floor down in my hut. Now I'm supposed to, I'll have to leave it, he said.
Yeah, that would be frustrating to leave
Yes.
his wooden floor. All right, now we are going to find the verbs in that passage, and we are going to tell the tense about that passage, okay? About the verbs in the passage. Okay, wait up. I'm going to write the first 2 verbs. The first one is left. Okay, what tense is the verb
Past.
Past.
Past tense. All right.
Past
Okay.
active.
Past. Yes, it's active voice. Yeah, because we just saw that, right?
Yes.
Now, rolled away was the second verb. And
Also
what
past.
tense? Yes, past. Okay, can you tell me the next verb, please?
It is resting.
Resting? Okay. Nice. What tense is resting in?
It's in past continuous.
Past continuous. Yes, very well. Next verb.
It is changed.
Changed? All right. Changed. All right. What tense is changed in?
Past.
Past. All right.
How
Now,
many
could you
past?
hold the book for Alex so he can also find verbs?
Yes.
Can you
Okay.
find the next verb? I think there was one between rolled and resting. Can you find it?
Let me wait a minute, please.
Okay. Have you found it? No?
I think.
Okay, what verb?
Was in.
Yes, that's the one. Okay, this W doesn't look right. Was seen. Okay. What is the tense of was seen?
Past passive.
Yeah, past in passive voice, right?
Excellent.
The army was seen. They weren't seen. They were seen. Okay? The
Okay.
Men in the army.